Less windy there.
Thank you very much, Leanne. Yes, it was quite windy and hence the break in transmission. We've taken everything back inside now at the Inkosi Albert Luthuli International Convention Center. So we're indoors, we're safe and sound. We continue talking about the east3ROUTE and a big day for the matriculants, as you've just said, Leanne. Some of them will be going into travel and tourism once they've written their exams and passed and gone on to tertiary institutions. This might be a career that they'll be looking into. So they might want to listen to this. A little bit of trivia for you as well, Leanne. You're more than welcome to participate. I want to know from you this morning, to whom can you attribute the following quote? Tourists must be able to have breakfast in Durban, lunch in Swaziland, and dinner in Mozambique. Do you give up? Okay, let me put you out of your misery and tell you just who said that. It is, of course, KwaZulu-Natal MEC for Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs, Mr. Michael Mabuyakhulu. A very good morning to you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us.
Morning to you, Ayanda, and morning to the Morning Live viewers all over the country.
You know that quote has become very famous, right?
I know, and it is real.
Let's talk about it now. The east3ROUTE. For years now, 4 years to be exact, I assumed it was called that because most of the countries happen to fall on the eastern side of South Africa or the African continent, bottom east, if I can say that, southeast. Talk to us about the acronym itself and what it means, because I found out for the very first time today that there's more than just the location. It's not just about east. There's an acronym involved there. Talk to us about that.
Absolutely. But let me join South Africa first and actually express our deepest condolences to the untimely death of Senzo Meyiwa for South Africa. We are all mourning with the Meyiwas and the country as a whole. Yes, let's come back to the east3ROUTE. The east3ROUTE is an acronym which represents exchange, adventure. It also represents scenic beauty and trade. That's where the name east3ROUTE comes from.
And with this, you're bringing together various countries, South Africa, KZN to be exact, Swaziland, you also have Mozambique, and now the newcomer that came in last year being the Seychelles. How important is that regional integration and selling ourselves to the rest of the world as a unit as opposed to just individual countries?
It is absolutely imperative that, particularly for the region, and as individual countries and nation states, that we are able to pull together our resources, but also that we can be able to understand that in tourism, it is the only sector of the economy where we can share in the economic spoils that we derived out of tourism. So by marketing these countries together, first and foremost, we optimize in turn. Secondly, we're able to identify all of the big important icons in each of these countries and package them together and sell them to both the domestic tourists but also to tourists outside of our continent. But thirdly, it puts us in good stead because we can have joint programs like we're having now, where we can all of us together be able to expose what these countries can offer. I think it is a wonderful opportunity for all of us.
Speak to us about the legacy projects.
The legacy projects are important. One of the things we said about the east3ROUTE, it must not be about those who are the big investors, big companies, big corporates. We must also talk about ordinary people, because along the route there are ordinary men and women who also want to be able to eke a living. And therefore we've decided to put money into those legacy projects, and we do them in partnership with private sector, but also we are investing in the region of about more than 9 million rands in building some of these market stalls along the route so that our ordinary people are able to do their own things, be able to have their own souvenirs and things that we can produce and sell them to tourists. That is, in a way, linking communities and making tourism to be community-based.
We have about 15 seconds or so left of this particular interview, but I want to know, we've seen the introduction of the Seychelles now coming in. Are we likely to see the likes of Botswana, perhaps tourism in the Okavango Delta, maybe the Vic Falls in Zambia or Zimbabwe? Are we going to have more?
Anything is possible.
Okay, so we can make the circle bigger.
We can say so because we are saying out of the SABC, some countries are already interested in joining. But of course, it is the club that we must decide who they accept, who at the time may not.
Ooh, exclusive club. All right, let's leave it there for now. And we will continue unpacking the east3ROUTE and telling you all about it. We're going to be speaking to some of the representatives from the other countries now, the likes of your Seychelles, your Swaziland and Mozambique. So do stay with us. A quick ad break. Morning Live continues after this.